And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the Season 8 season finale at Armory Digital Super Speedway in the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We are 29 laps away from crowning ourselves a new Mobil1 Cup Series champion, as we're getting ready here for one of the most exciting series there has been this entire season. This has been, with the exception of the Snickers Cup Series due to the reformatting of points, this has been the closest points battle we have had this entire chase. And it's basically come down between two good friends and two teammates out of Turner Motorsports. But the big question is, will one of them be the champion, or will a long shot driver maybe be able to pull off a major upset and steal the championship away here tonight? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. We already have a Last of Us Light Series champion in Ty Dent, an Oreo Truck Series champion in Eric and Rage, and there are 4 drivers mathematically still in the hunt for the championship here tonight in Mobil1 Cup Series competition. Give you the overview of who they are. The points leader coming into tonight's race, 2-time winner, won the season opener at Daytona, would love to win the season finale here tonight at Armory. That's James McLeod. He comes in 10 points ahead of second in the standings, another 2-time winner this season, and his Turner Motorsports teammate, Dylan Poteet, who dominated most of the Truck Series race here last night, but ended up getting passed by Eric and Rage with about 3 laps to go. The third driver in the hunt for the championship is a rookie. We had a rookie go to victory lane and win the championship last night in the Truck Series in Eric and Rage. LJ Mills is a rookie, 1-time winner this season, his win coming back at Charlotte. He is a total of 18 points out of the top position tonight. He's hoping McLeod and Poteet will make a mistake so he can capitalize. And then the long shot, the highest starting chaser that's still in the hunt for the championship tonight, too, starting off from the inside of row 2 in 3rd place, is Zach Hamlin. Now, he comes into this race 38 points out of the top position. The maximum you can be out and still be in the championship is 46, so he still is mathematically in the hunt, but he needs a lot of things to go his way here tonight. Pretty much, he needs James McLeod, Dylan Poteet, and LJ Mills to finish no better than 37th here tonight in order for him to win, or finish possibly second. He can still squeak out a tie if he can finish second place in order to take the championship. So what's going to happen here tonight? I can't wait to find out. But for James McLeod, it's all about redemption. For Dylan Poteet, it's about becoming a 2-time NNSCRA champion. And for LJ Mills and Zach Hamlin, it's about pulling off what Eric and Rage did last night in having your very first rookie season be your champion season here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Another chaser, but has been eliminated from the championship hunt. Charles Jackson will start on the pole. Last week's winner from Dega, Danny Wells, lines up in second. Let's get the command to fire up these engines here tonight at Armory.
Drivers, start your engines!
And one thing that we saw in the Truck Series race, as opposed to the Last of Us Light Series race, was a yellow flag, a caution flag. We had 2 yellows in the Truck Series race. That's going to be interesting because Last of Us Light Series we kind of had as setting the bar for what to expect in the 3 championship races that were yet to come. The Truck Series race, though, was completely different. There was a lot of jostling for position. There was a significant, or not a significant, but there was a essence, if you will, that the leader can block and hold the top position for a good portion of the race. And there was also the indication, that's the word I was looking for, not essence, the indication, boy, I don't know why it took me forever to come up with that word, but the indication that they can go 5 wide here and make it work. So who is going to be the champion at the end of this race? There are a number of drivers in this field, too, that have not yet picked up a win this season. Jackson is actually one of them. He has been in the chase this season, but has yet to make a trip to victory lane. He'd love to be able to win the season finale here tonight if he could, but we're definitely going to be keeping our eyes on the 51, the 31, the 54, and the 43 during the course of this evening's race to see how this points battle for the championship is going to pan out. And when I think of McLeod coming into this race, I just can't help but think back to when it was him and Cody Lamas. They tied for the points lead in the championship hunt. It came down to a 5-lap shootout at Joltis, and Cody Lamas just barely took that championship in the first ever tie-breaking overtime in NNSCRA history. Will we see a scenario like that tonight? That would be unbelievable. James McLeod would probably kill me, but We're going to see what's going to happen in tonight's event as the pace car has peeled off. I don't even know who the champion's going to be. We're going to find out at the same time as Charles Jackson. Danny Wells going to lead him down here to the start-finish line and get ready to put us underway. The season finale of Season 8 of the Mobil1 Cup Series at Armory is green. Let's go crown ourselves a champion. And Danny Wells got a nice jump there. Mason Wood jumps up to the high side 3 wide. It'll take these cars a little bit of time to get themselves up here to full song. As Zach Hamlin going to work with fellow chaser Charles Jackson. You got to wonder what kind of wheeling and dealing these 4 drivers did with the other drivers in the field. As far as, hey, if you'll work with me, I'll work with you. You know, I'm battling for a championship. You're battling for a win here tonight. Let's work out a deal. You can bet there's been a lot of that going on down in the garage area. And I'll bet there's going to be a lot of that going on in tomorrow's Snickers Cup Series event as well. Speaking of 5 wide, I said they can fit it, and they're fitting it right now. Kyle Matthews, Nick Smith, Jessica Shelton, right there in that middle. I think Mason Wood was in that. Whoa, Silver Fox bounces off of Gene Sanford. Keeps it together, though. As Zach Hamlin's going to lead the first lap. Oh, I don't like this back here. Shelton, Smith, Matthews, they still are leaning on each other. Oh, get off each other, guys, please. Oh, Nick Smith slides up into Shelton. Danny Wells is in the wall. Jackson. Did they save it? They saved it, I think. I think they saved it. Charles Jackson saved it. He was up on the rumble strips, for Pete's sakes. LJ Mills going to get by. McLeod gets by. And somehow, someway, we're not under caution. Danny Wells and Charles Jackson were up there on the rumble strips, and they were able to hang on to him. We saw McLeod there getting by Charles Jackson, as well as LJ Mills. There's McLeod. 40th last time by, trying to work his way to the front. Now bypassing Danny Wells. His teammate Dylan Poteet, where's he at? 35th. Right now, Zach Hamlin's running in a good spot. The good news for James McLeod right now is Poteet's not running much better than McLeod is. Poteet this spot time by 22nd. McLeod was 30th. So it's only 2 points now separating McLeod from Poteet. And LJ Mills is just a little bit ahead, I think. Or no, is he behind McLeod now? Oh, he is. So that takes him out of the championship picture, at least for now, the 54. Now with Poteet running up in second, or 22nd I should say, Zach Hamlin, despite him leading this race, would not be up ahead of Poteet in the point standings right now. Or McLeod. So he needs them to encounter more bad luck here as he continues to lead this race. Levi McIntyre right behind him there. McIntyre is a fellow Ford Mustang. He is out of the championship hunt. So you got to wonder if he'd be willing to work with fellow Mustang Zach Hamlin here. Kyle Matthews coming up the inside line there. Whoa, look out. McIntyre stepping out of the line there. Going to try and pick up the draft. Boy, Jessica Shelton, Nick Smith. Those two are teammates out of Michael Norman Motorsports, but the two of them, they've been into each other. Oh, no, she just got into him. Save it, Nick. Save it. Andreas Allen, save it. Oh, baby, they saved it. Holy cow. How did they do that? How did they do that? Andreas Allen's got damage now, but that should have been a caution, and it wasn't. Oh, look out. Poteet's coming up here on the slower car. James McLeod's going to be in this pack as well. There he is. McLeod, you might want to get to that inside line here. Oh, boy. Now they're all wadded up. Oh, man, don't like this. Don't like this at all. Oh, boy, they're all trying to work their way around the now damaged machine of Andreas Allen, who's been boxed in. McLeod's now trying to get himself down to the inside line. He's got to get underneath Ricky Falcon here. There he goes. Now he's going to get down to the inside line. I don't think he's really going to lose the draft, though, but man. Oh, man, look up here up at the front. Holy cow, Jessica Shelton in a 4-wide situation with Andy Timmons, Kyle Matthews, and Zach Hamlin. There's McCrory in this mix. Oh, man, I thought that the 9 was turned up the track just then. I thought Matthews had just turned Shelton. Man, this is crazy racing up here at the front. Oh, they're leaning on each other again. McIntyre and Timmons. Oh, guys, get off. Now McCrory going to work with Jessica Shelton. McCrory trying to pick up Audi's very first Mobil1 Cup Series victory. Could he do it here tonight in the season finale? Let's find out where our chasers crossed the line that last time by. Hamlin is the highest running right now. He's in 5th. Poteet was 13th. He's coming to the front. McLeod is 27th. Right now, Poteet's the points leader. McLeod's got to get up there. And LJ Mills, he's 22nd. Just a spot ahead of James McLeod. Right now, it is Dylan Poteet who is in the driver's seat. He is currently the points leader, but there's still a long ways to go in this one at Armory. This thing ain't over by a long shot, as now they're wadded up here at the front again. Shelton moves to the point. That was the slower machine of Joshua Collard. I don't know if they will encounter him or not. I don't know where he is exactly on track. Okay, I think he's coming to the start-finish line. And the car's here on the back straightaway, so I don't think they'll encounter him anytime soon. Poteet's up in this lead pack right now on the high side there behind Carson Gum. McLeod's got to get himself up here as they're all the stragglers are trying to catch back up. Here comes Zach Hamlin back down to the bottom. He's got Bob Fergus helping him as he'll try and go for the lead off of Shelton one more time. And, oh boy, look out. Poteet awfully squirrely back there, as Shelton will lead that lap, but Hamlin on the inside line does have drafting partners as well. And here comes Dylan Poteet. We talked about the run he had in the Truck Series race last night, finished 7th after dominating all the way up till about 3 laps to go. Now he's up here in this front pack and trying to pick up the win. You know, it would be so ironic if Poteet did win the championship. Now, it ain't over yet, but I'm just saying, if Poteet wins the championship and wins this race, we'd have 2 straight races where the champion has won the season finale. And Rage did it last night in the Truck Series. And McLeod has caught up. His group has caught up here to this lead pack. So now McLeod is back in the hunt here. He's now got to start working his way up here, getting up as close as he can to his teammate Dylan Poteet. He can finish 10 spots behind Poteet, and it would be a tie. If he finished 11 spots behind Poteet, though, then it's all over. Or if he finishes 6 spots behind Poteet and Poteet wins, then it's all over. If Poteet wins and McLeod finishes 5 spots behind, though, then it's a tie. If you were able to figure out what I just said, good for you. I'm still trying to figure out what I said myself. New leader, Carson Gum in the 77. Gum hasn't been to victory lane yet this season. Comes into this race 14th in points, second highest of the non-chasers. Almost ended up making the chase for the championship, but just barely missed out at the regular season finale at Arizona. And look at the chaos behind him. Dylan Poteet's in that mix. So is LJ Mills. 4x4x4. Oh no! McLeod got turned! McLeod got turned! Tristan Folks is in it. Kyle Matthews, don't ram him. Don't ram him. He could still be in it. He could still be in it. Oh, man, no. Tristan Folks, please teleport. Don't make McLeod teleport. Oh, there we go. Okay. He got turned up into the wall, but he could still be up to speed, could McLeod. Oh, boy. Caution's out. Sanford, Henley, Folks, they're on pit road. Oh, look out! Oh, look out! Oh, look out! Pokey was in it! Pokey was in it! He was! The 31 I saw in the grass! And he saves it! Oh, man, this battle's gonna be crazy! This championship battle's gonna be crazy! Poteet saved it, but now he's got damage! Oh, my goodness! Galligan's got damage. Wait, was Hamlin in it? Hamlin might have been involved. I think LJ Mills may have been collected as well. I don't know. I think all 4 of our championship competitors got involved in those incidents. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. My heart is pounding in my chest right now, folks. McLeod is still running, damaged. There he is. Poteet is still running, damaged. Cassandra Renzi's on the apron. There's LJ Mills in the 54. Now, I don't know if he was involved or not, but oh my goodness. I'm not even sure what to say right now. This race is doggone exciting! As Carson Gum's the leader, Pichu London's now up to second, Rohit Vidarvu's up to third, with McCurry in fourth, and now Dylan Young in fifth. Caution flag is out for the first time here tonight. It should be our third caution by all rights and means with what we've seen in these first 11 laps. But oh my goodness, the top two in points involved in incidents, one on the back straightaway, one on the front straightaway. They both have continued, though. They both, I think, are still going to be running. But what's this going to mean for the championship? We'll find out, but let's take a look at those replays. So here it was, heading into turn number 1. And, boy, McLeod just really didn't give Nick Smith much room up into Tristan Folks. And there you see his car snaps around. Now, he goes up, just kisses the outside wall. Stephen Pollard III got a piece of that too. There's Gene Sanford, Matthew Dallio got a tiny little bit of it in the 12. But here's the thing. I knew that there were some other cars that had straggled behind after some of the stuff that had happened here. Wow, Gene Sanford can go up and hit that wall a ton one more time. But I thought, oh man, McLeod, he's going to get plowed. He's going to get plowed. And you're going to see coming into view here. Here comes Silver Fox. He's going to, wow, just splits the gap. Henley, though, oh man, jacked the 22 up straight up into the air. I thought it was Henley that was going to nail McLeod, but he hits the 22 instead. And then, as if that wasn't enough, then the 22 comes and stalls. I mean, he can't go anywhere. The car just got nailed. But he stalls in front of McLeod. And we've seen before, sometimes when a car stalls in front of another car, the car that's still able to run teleports back to pit road. And that's what I was afraid was going to happen here, was that McLeod was going to have to teleport back to pit road because his car was stopped on track. But fortunately, the 22 is going to teleport to pit road maybe just a split second before the 51 had to, and McLeod was able to drive away. So that was such a close call there based on NR 2003 physics. But then we got to see what happens further up here, and I don't even know how this one starts. Let's see if we can find out here. This was coming here out of 4, I believe. Is Poteet going to hook the 60? Or is something going to happen up on the high line and transfer down to the low line? Right here. Yeah, I think Poteet's going to get into... Well, no, actually, I think Tim Walsh tapped LJ Mills up into McIntyre. There you see Trent Dunham getting involved. He spins. There's Poteet, comes down into Walsh. Timmons gets involved. Galligan's going to get into the aid of Dunham. And there you see Poteet spinning through the grass. Nobody else hit him, though. Or did Galligan get a piece of him, maybe? Nope, not quite. And then I have a feeling Galligan may come back up into traffic in front of Cassandra Renzi. I think that's how Renzi was on the apron. Let's see here. Because I know Galligan had some rear-end damage. Yep, Galligan comes back up track right in front of Renzi. Renzi had nowhere to go. And the 4, well, I thought she went up to get the wall, but she didn't. She hangs on to it. But, oh my goodness. Poteet gets involved, hangs on to it. McLeod gets involved in an incident, hangs on to it. And Zach Hamlin and LJ Mills were able to get through both incidents without any damage. And we do know that Poteet and McLeod have hit pit road, they've repaired the damage, and they are back on track. I can't wait to see how this race is going to finish out for the championship. So let's head back there right now. Lights are out atop the pace car. We will go back green on lap 15 of 29, giving us a total of 15 laps to go. Carson Gum is your leader. Pichu London second. Third, Rohit Darbu. Fourth is Anthony McCrae. Fifth, Dylan Young. Chris Washer runs sixth. Levi McIntyre is in seventh. Eighth, Bob Fergus. Wolfgang Mason ninth. And 10th is Nick Alton. As far as the drivers still in the hunt for the championship, Zach Hamlin will start off from 13th. LJ Mills will start from 16th. Now, as far as the other two, Dylan Poteet and James McLeod, Poteet will start in the 28th position. His car was damaged, but they've gotten him back on track. McLeod, same deal for him, as he's going to restart in 35th. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I was going to say, I thought I said 25th for Poteet. I was going to say they'd be tied for the points lead right now. Right now, McLeod has the points lead by 3 points, I believe, at the current moment. But it ain't over yet. Oh boy. We got a car that's going to line up on the inside line 1 lap down. That's Gene Sanford. And drivers out of the race after what we just saw are Cassandra Renzi, Tristan Folks, and Sean Henley. Of course, Folks and Henley, they had that hard impact after the James McLeod spin. And Cassandra Renzi out of the race after running in the back of Sean Galligan after the second incident on the front straightaway. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. The best battle is going to be happening back outside of the top 25 between Dylan Poteet and James McLeod. But keep in mind, too, LJ Mills came in only 18 points out. If Poteet and McLeod aren't able to keep themselves up to speed or something, and LJ Mills can get up here and win this thing, LJ Mills could be able to have a come-from-behind victory and the championship. Green flag back out here at Armory, though. Carson Gumbs led a majority of this race. Now Pichu London is the driver he'll have to contend with here, and Pichu London's going to have Rohit Vidarvu right behind him. Pichu London, a former Mobil1 Cup Series champion, hasn't been to victory lane yet this season. Would love to win the season finale if he could. As we're going to jump back real quick, we're going to find Poteet and McLeod, see if they're up to speed. Looks like Poteet very well may be. What about McLeod? Looks like he's up to speed too. Oh man, this is going to be good. Two teammates, two friends, both with a goal to pick up their very first Mobil1 Cup Series championship. Now, Poteet's got a championship in NNSCRA competition. He won the Season 7 Warrior Truck Series championship. McLeod has never won a championship in his NNSCRA career, and he's starting to close in on Dylan Poteet. Right now, with where Poteet is running, crossing the line, let's see where he crosses. Whoa, he's rubbing doors with Andreas Allen. Oh no! Look out! Danny Wells, they got by him! How did they avoid the Danny Wells machine? And the caution's out. Caution is out. And McLeod got through that. Poteet got very minimal damage out of it. McLeod gets through it. Danny Wells, who won last week at Dega, gets the short end of the stick on that one. And the caution flag waves one more time. And that, let's see, where's LJ? He was 16th last time. Okay, I think he needs to be running a little bit better to take over the points lead. But they come to the stripe here to receive the second caution of the evening. A solo car spin, if you can believe it. And Carson Gum will lead us under that yellow. Danny Wells, I don't think, got a whole lot of damage out of that. Wait a minute, where'd the 5 go? Did he have to teleport to pit road? I wonder if his car got caught in the apron. Oh man, he is on pit road. Outside pole sitter. I mean, that car didn't look like he got very much damage. I think he got stuck on that little area between the apron and the racetrack. So caution's out for the second time here tonight. Let's jump back, quickly look at it. Chaser Dylan Poteet was involved in it, but really didn't get much damage, but he was the start of it along with Andreas Allen. And you'll see right here, coming to the stripe, Andreas Allen, Dylan Poteet leaning on each other. Danny Wells trying to get by both of them on the inside line, and right there you see Poteet coming down, just going to clip the right rear of the 5. Stephen Pollard III gets a piece of it too, gets hit in the driver's side door and pancaked into the wall, and there you see Poteet. He was able to keep it off the wall, get to the inside of Danny Wells and go on by, and you saw the 51 of McLeod going by as well. And somehow, someway, we got away with a solo car spin here at Armory. That basically never happens. And I never actually noticed the rumble strips actually flash up there on the top of the speedway. Huh, that's cool. Alright, so we're on to the caution for the second time here tonight, and there you see he gets caught in the apron there too. That's why he had to teleport to pit road. So second caution's out. Let's head back for the green flag one more time. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Only one car hit the pit lane under that caution. That was the damaged machine of Stephen Pollard III. He has been able to continue, however. Danny Wells, I don't know if he's still on pit road or not. He had to teleport there, but I think he still is running. Yep, there he is. He's, I believe, now 2 laps down. Nope, 3 laps down to the leaders in the 39th position. Gene Sanford is 2 laps down and will not be on the inside line. Neither will Danny Wells because we have less than 10 to go when we hit the stripe. So we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. As you can see on the ticker, Dylan Poteet will restart in 36th. James McLeod will restart in 31st. And in order for LJ Mills to currently be the points leader, he would have to be running 12th or better. LJ will restart in 15th. So right now, by about 3 points, McLeod still holds his points lead over LJ Mills, who I believe is now past Dylan Poteet in the points. But this race is not over yet. We're going to have a total of 9 laps to go when we hit the stripe. We've been under 2 caution flags, only 3 drivers out of the race, Cassandra Renzi, Tristan Folks, and Sean Henley. 2 drivers off the lead lap, Danny Wells and Gene Sanford. Everybody else, though, is still on the lead lap, and all 4 of our championship competitors are still on track and on the lead lap. So let's hope that maybe we've seen our last caution of the evening, and we'll find out now finally who's going to be the champion this season in Mobil 1 Cup Series competition. As Carson Gum going to lead us back down for another restart. Green flag back out. McCrory jumps up to the high side on Dylan Young there for the 5th position. Now Poteet, I'm pretty certain didn't get much damage out of that incident of the spin of Danny Wells. There you see him. Yeah, he's still up to speed. Danny Wells right behind him there too. And Poteet going to lose some spots, though, as he's trying to get around the slower machine of Gene Sanford. Now will do so. Running right now behind Matthew Dallio. McLeod, where is he at? There he is, running right now behind Bob Jones. As those two are trying to catch up here and get up to this wad of cars that are starting to form up at the front of the field. Pichu London about to be under fire from Chris Washer. Dylan Young now challenging Rohit Vidaravu for the 4th position. Pichu London, you gotta think he's trying to find his moment to get by Carson Gum. Neither one of these Toyotas have been to victory lane yet this season. Carson Gum was a winner last season in the 77, and Pichu London is a former Mobil 1 Cup Series champion. Now where's LJ Mills? He's got to get himself up into the top 13 right now, at least with where McLeod is running. He's 15th this time by. Try to go to work now underneath of Wolfgang Mason. Trying to find McLeod. Now McLeod is with a second group back here, including Jessica Shelton, Andy Timmons, and Bob Jones. They got to really work together here to catch up to the lead pack. Because there you see Shelton, and then there's Trent Dunham, the last car of the big lead pack. So these guys really need to get working here to catch up. As back up here at the front, there's LJ Mills. He's in the 15th position last time by, and now he's going to work underneath of Talampas, Joe Davis. Right now, this is a good spot for him to be running in the closing stages. He could take this championship if McLeod's not able to make up much ground. McLeod right now seems to be kind of in a stagnant 30th position at the moment, which means LJ Mills would have to finish in 11th or better right now in order to take the championship. And LJ's in a good spot to do that right at the moment, as McLeod's trying to work with Andy Timmons here. This group trying to produce as much speed as they can to try and catch up to the tail end of this group. They could really use a caution flag here. I think we'd get back to green afterwards a little bit, but they really need either caution or a wreck to happen so they can pick up some spots here. Carson Gum, though, still the leader. London, Washer, that's the top 3, has been for most of this second half of the race, and now Caleb Farrell makes his presence felt up here in the 4th position. One of the few Turner cars that hasn't been to victory lane yet this season. Keep wanting to jump back here to the end of this pack. Trent Dunham, Zach Camlin's back here. And then there's that second pack. They're trying to catch him. Let's actually bring up the ticker here. We'll follow LJ Mills right now, as he seems to be the man of the hour at the moment. Could be the driver that would take the championship, possibly. Now, as I'm looking, Andy Timmons was the first car of that second pack the last time by. They were about 6.7 seconds back. Let's see if they closed up the gap this time at all. This time by 8.67, so they have not closed up the gap. Oh, McCrory almost got turned by Joe Davis. Down until Talampas, and what a save. McLeod needs LJ Mills to run into trouble here. Right now, LJ's caught on the outside line, so maybe his wish will come true. He is running right now ahead of Dylan Poteet, so that's not much of a problem for him. There's Poteet off the pace in the 35th position. Zach Hamlin was running at the tail end of that lead pack. He's actually lost the draft now in the 26th position. So the only driver McLeod has to worry about right now is LJ Mills, who is in a big hornet's nest up here. Let's find out where McLeod is right now. 27th was where he crossed the stripe last time. This time, I think he's still in 27th. He's putting the pressure on LJ Mills. Now LJ has to finish in 7th place or better. Wait, am I right on that? No, 8th or better. I apologize. He has to finish 8th place or better. And McLeod has to keep himself ahead of this pack. Where's LJ? Has he made his way up into the top 10? He's basically got to be around the top 10 in order to be in there. And he's up to the 2nd position. He's battling for 2nd with Jordan Davis. So right now, he is the points leader. Oh man, he'd love to have a caution flag right now, so that way he could freeze in that position. And he may get one the way they're racing behind him. Oh boy, James McLeod doesn't want to let another championship slip through his fingers, but right now it may be. With 3 more laps to go, LJ's just got to keep his line, and look who he'd be running right behind, his teammate Carson Gum. Oh boy, look out. Outside line starting to get a bit of a run there. Oh, Ricky Falcon. Oh, don't wreck, guys. Don't wreck. Don't wreck. Oh, LJ just got turned. Oh, my word. Oh, look out. McLeod's going to come into this. McLeod's going to come into this. Can he get through it? Oh, that second pack's going to come into all this. Look out. Oh, second pack, where are you? Here they come, McLeod. Is he going to get through all this mayhem? Gets past Chris Washer. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That just completely made this whole thing crazy. He's just gotten around LJ Mills, slicing and dicing his way through traffic, coming to the line. 2 laps to go, and McLeod just worked his way from 27th to 17th. And his competitor for the championship, LJ Mills, got flat out turned while battling at the front of the field and has crossed the line in the 29th position. If there was something that could go wrong, it just did for the 54. And what a break that was for McLeod. He's now back up with this lead pack. There's 2 laps to go, and he is right now, according to the live points, the points leader due to the problems just occurring for LJ Mills. Oh my goodness. You could have told me this race was going to go like this, and I'd have told you were absolutely insane, but it's happening, folks. And right now, McLeod is up in the lead for the points right now. And the white flag will be displayed next time by. Tim Walsh hits the pit lane. That's another spot McLeod will pick up. He'll be up to 17th. And if I'm not mistaken, the 54 will be coming to pit road. What could have been a championship season for LJ Mills in just the final few laps of the season finale at Armory goes completely awry. Another car on the pit lane. I believe that may be Wolfgang Mason in the 82. I don't know for certain. But there is what looks like is going to be your champion for Season 8, James McLeod, in one of the most controversial fashions I've seen in a long time. He crosses the line in 16th position. I want to go back and see the replay of the LJ Mills incident. Let's see if we can quickly jump back and cover it before we come back for the checkered flag, because we are on the final lap of tonight's race. Well, I want to know how this starts. I mean, they were really racing hard up above the 54. Is it going to be the 1 and the 42? Heading here into this corner, yes, Caleb Farrell and Ricky Falcon, a couple of rookies, going to get into it. Falcon's going to clip the right rear of LJ Mills, send him straight up into the wall. Chris Washer's going to get collected along with Justin Talampas. Washer comes down. He's going to clip Nick Alton. There's Tim Walsh getting a piece of it. Pole sitter Charles Jackson does a nice job getting through. A Wolfgang ran full speed and through the middle of that. He gets in it. Jacob Lawler was in it. I think Silver Fox got clipped. Don't know if he was involved or not. And Mason Wood is going to get into the back of Washer, turn him around again. Cody Lamas is back behind all this. Silver Fox was able to hang on to it. And McLeod, he had to have been told that wreck was happening and who was in it. And you got to wonder what was going on inside that cockpit when he came up on all these slower cars, all these wrecked cars, and picked up all those spots. But what a tough break for the driver of the 54, LJ Mills. was battling for second place at the time, got turned, and has basically been screwed out of tonight's championship. But the checkered flag is about to wave. We're heading back now. The checkered flag was just waved over the hood of Carson Gum. He will capture his first win of the season, and finishing out tonight officially in the 16th position. What an up and down race for James McLeod, but he is your Season 8 Mobil1 Cup Series champion, finishing here tonight in the 16th position, the second highest of the drivers mathematically in the hunt for the championship. The only other one that finished ahead of him was Zach Hamlin, who finished just ahead of him in 15th, but McLeod, man oh man, he got turned around while up near the front. He was able to continue. His teammate Poteet encountered problems, and then LJ Mills was up there battling for second. It looked like it was going to be his championship to win. He gets turned with 3 laps to go, and McLeod picks up the spots to be able to take the championship here in Season 8. Talk about redemption. You got to think back to when he was so close to winning the championship and lost it in a 5-lap shootout to Austin LaPlante. Here tonight, it's all about redemption, and McLeod is your Season 8 Mobil1 Cup Series champion. That was one of the best season finales I have ever had the privilege to call, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in tomorrow night's Snickers Cup Series championship finale. Man, oh man. Dylan Poteet, let's see where the guy who came into tonight's race second in points where he finished in the 30th position. He got involved in 2 incidents here tonight. One with Tim Walsh and then the other with Danny Wells and Andreas Allen. Great night for Turner though. Zach Hamlin we saw finishing in the 15th position. I believe he actually might take 3rd place away from LJ Mills in points. I don't know for certain. Let's see where LJ actually did finish this race. Finishes in 37th, so I do believe that Zach Hamlin will finish the season out 3rd in the point standings behind James McLeod and Dylan Poteet. But James McLeod has got to be one happy guy, as he's already pulling in to championship victory lane. Carson Gum will pull into the Armory Digital Speedway race-winning victory lane, as both of them are going to be very, very happy here tonight. Boy, what a season this has been. It came down to the wire here at Armory, and what an unbelievable finale race. Congratulations to James McLeod on his first ever Mobil1 Cup Series championship and first championship of his NNSCRA career. Certainly very, very well deserved. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race and tonight's season. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become a part of the crew today. Here comes your official full finishing results from tonight's finale. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to show them to you here. We're live, we can do that. So here's a look at your official finishing results from tonight's race here at Armory Digital Super Speedway. We will be showing you the official rookie points and your main points, as well as the final championship points after tonight's event. James McLeod is your Season 8 Mobil1 Cup Series champion. This series will be taken over by Levi McIntyre for Season 9. Can't wait for that. Hope you guys will be tuning in for Season 9. But we still have to finish up Championship Race Weekend. We have a Last of Us Late Series champion, that being Ty Dent. We have an Oreo Truck Series champion, that being Eric and Rage. And we now have a Mobil1 Cup Series champion, that being James McLeod. But 4 drivers, Dylan Poteet, Jacob Lawler, John Cittadino, and Levi McIntyre, will battle it out for the Snickers Cup Series championship here tomorrow night. If this race is any indication, you're not going to want to miss it. I'll be seeing you guys there for the final race of Season 8 tomorrow night, as you've been watching a production of NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. Shears just got turned by the lap machine of Charles Sanford, but now he's got left side damage. But he still opens up his distance. He still keeps a distance between himself and second place McCurry, but all that ground he gained, he just lost right there. But what a save!